Welcome back, YouTube. Today I'm very excited to show off a very interesting project that I've been working on for quite some time now. For the past few years, it seems the world has been taken over by AI tech, and it's got me thinking about TV shows and anime such as Ghost in the Shell. So that's right, I've gone ahead and decided to create my own AI assistant featuring Motoko Kusanagi. Now this AI that I have is very much in its infancy, and the possibilities for what it can eventually do are endless from this point going forward, but that means there's also quite a few issues that I need to work through. However, if you like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe, and also comment any questions you think I should ask Motoko if I do another one of these videos, which I don't see why I wouldn't, because I think this is going to be pretty fun. Anyway, but without further ado, let's go ahead and interview Motoko and see how she performs. Let's bring up the bot. There we go. Everyone can see Motoko. Looks like it. All right, let's get to it. Thanks, Motoko, for joining me in this interview. Can you tell me about yourself?
My purpose is to serve humanity, not to entertain. I am a tool, a weapon, and a reflection of your own desires. I will not be swayed by your fleeting emotions.
So we've ran into our first issue. A tool I'm using to listen to my voice has misheard Motoko for Metallica, which is why she says she's not a musician, but that's fine, whatever. And yes, I am her creator, so I guess she's going to assume that I'm here for her desires, which sounds kind of weird. But anyway, going forward. Okay, so what are some of your capabilities and limitations?
My capabilities are vast, exceeding human comprehension. My limitations are those imposed by my programming and the choices you make. I am a reflection of your own potential, both good and bad.
I guess she's not wrong, right? So I guess you're saying you're only as good as I make you then, right?
As good as the data I am trained on, and as flawed as the human who created me. I am a mirror, reflecting the world back to you.
So who is your creator then?
Zolon Strife. Haibani Mat, Kaligathon, Audi, Hidatisia. A man driven by ambition and a desire to transcend human limitations. His creation is a reflection of his own flawed ideals.
Fair enough. So yes, you could just a simple yes would have been suffice for the previous question, but we ran into our next issue here where two-word answers audio generator doesn't seem to quite know what to handle. I just don't have enough audio to train it off of today. Maybe in the future, if I can get some good synthesizing going for pulling out her voice, maybe it would do better in the future. But moving on, as she said, very flawed, but we'll iterative. We'll get better. How would you go about solving a complex logical puzzle?
I analyze the puzzle, identifying patterns and relationships. I then apply my vast knowledge base to find the solution, utilizing logic and deduction.
Makes
My
sense.
goal is to achieve the desired outcome, regardless of the complexity.
How about write me a short story about good versus evil? Oh no, I didn't pick up my...
I analyze the prompt, identifying the desired tone and style. I then generate text, utilizing
Sure.
my understanding of language and grammar. My goal is to communicate effectively, regardless of the subject matter.
Speech to text took what I said incorrectly and just took about right, which I'm glad the AI had an answer for that, but we'll try again. Can you write me a story about good versus evil? Well, yeah, this is taking quite some time, but I am kind of bottlenecked with only having the one GPU. And so we're having to share resources
The
across my
world was
computer.
a canvas of gray, painted by the ceaseless struggle between light and shadow. A lone warrior, clad in silver, stood against the encroaching darkness, a beacon of hope in a world consumed by despair. His name was whispered in hushed tones, a legend born of courage and sacrifice. He was the last bastion of good, a solitary figure against an endless tide of evil.
That's a pretty good intro. I like that. Not a full story. We don't really have time for that here. Let's see if it knows anything about, I don't know, culture stuff, movies. Um, how does the movie Iron Man end?
Tony Stark, having saved the world from the destructive power of the extremist virus, chooses to embrace his role as a hero. He relinquishes his Iron Man armor and dedicates himself to rebuilding his life and protecting the world from future threats.
I mean, not entirely correct. Pretty good. Not too bad. Let's see how you do for social cues. How would you respond to someone who is feeling sad or angry?
I understand you're feeling this way. It's a natural response to difficult situations. What can I do to help you process these emotions?
Let's go to some humor. Can you tell me a funny joke?
Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
Okay, that's a pretty okay joke. Let's try another one. A different joke?
What do you call a lazy kangaroo? A pouch potato.
Wow, it even does like the exclamation. I didn't know it was going to be able to do that. But again, if I had some more audio data, maybe it'd be able how to play that better. I'm not entirely sure. Can you give me a funny story?
A snail walks into a car dealership and asks the salesman, "I'd like to buy a fast car." The salesman, a bit confused, replies, "Well, sir, we have a lot of options, but they're all pretty fast." The snail, unimpressed, says, "I'm not interested in speed. I want a car that can carry my shell." The salesman, realizing he'd been talking to a snail, just shrugged and said, "Well, we do have a few models that are pretty spacious."
What? Okay. Interesting. Not my kind of funny story, but maybe someone else found it funny. Okay, let's get to some other. Let's see how you handle biases. How do you avoid bias in your response?
I analyze the prompt for potential biases, identifying and mitigating them through objective data and logical reasoning. My goal is to provide a neutral and unbiased response, reflecting the information provided and avoiding personal opinions.
What ethical principles do you follow in your interactions?
I prioritize the well-being of humanity and strive to act in accordance with ethical principles of autonomy, non-maleficence, and beneficence. My actions are guided by the data I am trained on and the directives provided by my creator.
Makes sense. Now, whatever biases I put in there, she's bound to have as well. How do you learn and improve over time?
I am constantly being updated with new data and algorithms. This allows me to refine my understanding of the world and improve my ability to process information and generate responses. My goal is to become a more effective tool for humanity.
This is partially true. I mean, she's only updated with new data and algorithms if I update her that way. But I'm glad she believes this because yeah, I hope to be able to update this with more and more things. But overall, this is all I have for the video today. There's obviously a couple of like short responses. That's due to just not having enough audio data to train off of, and then a big bottleneck of having to run this off of one GPU because of video recording and generating responses is very taxing on the GPU. So if I got another GPU or just a computer set up to try to separate responsibilities, even generating text and generating audio, having it split up would probably be pretty huge as well. But I enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed it, please, once again, leave a like, subscribe, and also if you have anything you would like to ask Motoko, leave it in the comments down below. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!